Hello, I'm Sudarshana Starshine Star. How are all of you doing? It's a beautiful Friday. It's March 28th. It's 2025. It's also the first day of the new moon because every new moon or full moon has 3 days, a 3-day cycle, and the second day or the middle day of each of the moon cycles is what you see appearing across most Western information when they say today's the new moon or today's the full moon. It's really the second day of that moon. It's the peak day, the most powerful day. And then on the third day of either the full moon or the new moon, the energy begin to taper off again. So it is the first day of the new moon, and as most of you know, I bet you can feel this eclipse energy. We have a partial solar eclipse coming up early tomorrow morning, or what would really be, you can call it, very late at night, depending where you are in the U.S. Or the world. And it's just, I've been feeling the energy of it for a few days. It's really, really already a doozy. How are y'all feeling it? Comment in the comment section. I just wanted to I saw this earlier today, and I just feel to put this out on my socials. I have a YouTube channel called It's the Dazzling of the Light, or just go and type in at Sudarshana Starshine Star on YouTube to access my well over 100 clips there on varying topics. I think it's pretty cool. Check it out. I think you'll like it. And I have a backup channel with the same title. It's the Dazzling of the Light, but you have to type in at Sudarshana Starshine Star 99. So if you like this content, and if you're looking at it on my YouTube, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. And if you're watching it or listening to it rather on any of my other socials, go ahead and give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a heart. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you in advance. So here's a news item from Bill Melugin on X, at Bill Melugin, spelled Melugin. He's a blue checkmark verified account. Breaking. DHS, and for those of you that might not know, that means Department of Homeland Security. DHS has started notifying the roughly 530,000 migrants who flew into the U.S. via President Biden's CHNV mass parole program that their legal status has been revoked and they must self-deport or face detention and removal. The first batch of notices went out to those Cuban, Honduran, Nicaraguan, and Venezuelan migrants electronically today, notifying them that their humanitarian parole grants are being revoked/terminated, and all are expected to be sent out by next week. A DHS spokesperson provides the following comment to Fox. The previous administration lied to America. They allowed more than 500,000 loosely vetted aliens from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, and their immediate family members to enter the United States through these disastrous parole programs, granted them opportunities to compete for American jobs and undercut American workers, forced career civil servants to promote the programs even when fraud was identified, and then blamed Republicans in Congress for the chaos that ensued and the crime that followed. The termination of the CHNV parole programs and the termination of the parole for those who exploited it is a return to public safety and a return to America first. And Mr. Melugin posted that today, March 28th, 2025 at 1:40 p.m. So I just wanted to give that news item out that those notifications have gone out, and it is promises made, promises kept by President Donald Trump. And I do want to say, though, that I do wish everyone well. It's really up to people in their own countries to have the courage and the wherewithal and their inner stamina to do something, even if there's small steps, to do something to help to move toward reclaiming their own sovereignty in their own countries. This is what I wish for this earth realm. This is what we are heading into. And America First is because America is really an idea. It's really about the idea of America that is standing in the vanguard for the rest of the earth realm. Not that you have to follow American ways or anything else. It's really, in its simplest form, it's about the idea out of which the Constitutional Republic of America was birthed. And even though we didn't keep that very long, just as famously, Benjamin Franklin, when asked, when he came out of the chambers with some other founding fathers, as they're called, and was asked by a townsperson, is it a republic? And Esquire Benjamin Franklin replied, "It is if you can keep it." And I'm going into, again, I've spoken about this on earlier clips on my YouTube in terms of clips called The Controllers or the Real series that I have there. Unfortunately, truthfully, we weren't able to keep it for very long at all. And this is going earlier past the 1871 hijacking of our constitutional republic, which was called the United States for America, and replaced with a corporation in all caps, as all corporations are expressed, the United States of America. And that, like I said, was in 1871, and Ulysses S. Grant was treasonous and handed us over at that time to the dark cult satanic European central banksters linked with Crown of England and the 13 royal satanic papal bloodlines out of Venice and Rome. And that pretty soon is going to be taught, the true history, in our schools and universities and colleges. This needs to be known. But back to Benjamin Franklin, at that time, Esquire is a title of nobility. It's not high on the rank. It's not a high ranking. Gosh, as I'm saying this, there's like a huge amount of partial open air terrace, and I'm sure you can hear this. There's a siren, an ambulance that's right coming here and just bleeping the lights, and God bless who's ever in trouble. I hope they'll be okay. But I take that as a sign. Yes, this is important what I'm saying. It is true. It is a 911 moment. People need to wake up to this, honestly. We have to face the truth. But Esquire is a title of nobility. And even though it's low on the rung, so whom we call the founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin being one of them, who had the title Esquire, which ultimately in its basis form you can say, well, that just means he was a lawyer. But Esquire is a noble title, and like all titles of nobility, you have to swear allegiance to the crown. You're swearing to the crown and to the regent who's on the throne, be it a king or queen. So you cannot be truly fighting to free a colony called the Virginia Company that was under the boot of Crown of England. You cannot be truly freeing that colony and turning it into a constitutional republic, a sovereign constitutional republic, if you are giving allegiance and having officially and formally pledged allegiance to that very same crown enslaver. Can you see? Can you see how the twist is there? That doesn't make sense. So it's unfortunate to have to go back and look at some of the corruption and some of the bribes and things that were paid out of imposed taxes to some of these beings that we revere as our founding fathers that took this money, like we're seeing today, finding out how much we the people have been truly stolen from. And doing that while pretending to, Benjamin Franklin I'm referring to now, while pretending to be, completely upstanding. Of course, nobody is perfect. I'm not saying Benjamin Franklin Esquire didn't have many admirable qualities, but once you become treasonous or a thief, you can't sugarcoat that, can you? I certainly can't. So this is something that I'm wanting to delve into more deeply. I think people are strong enough now, able to hear some truth and being able to understand that Make America Great Again is truly going back to that idea, to going back to that pure idea that humans are divine sparks of Mother, Father, God, that we are sovereign in our freedom. No other entity or government can put their boot on the back of our necks and enslave us like that. That is so against what we were created for, what we really are, what life is really about. And we're going into the golden age, into the great freedom time. It's not really upon us yet. We are inching our way towards it, and not just America. It's like America has to go first and kind of lead the way, but it's about all the other countries on the earth realm, the peoples of each country being able to be sovereign within their country, and they deserve the rights to whatever minerals or, you know, gold, silver, jewels, oil, gas, abundant farmland, whatever is there in each country that God created and that has that to, it's for the people there. And of course, since I'm not an expert on tallying up the pros and cons list of each country as it's bordered now on the earth realm, there are some places where people, maybe they've been forced to live there. I don't know. And maybe in the future they will join together if they're really needy and they have to import everything and they don't really have a lot of natural resources. Well, they deserve to have natural resources like everyone else. So this is for future, though. And like I was saying, it's not up to me. I'm just positing this. But if there's any place that's seeming completely desolate, whether it's been there, gotten like that through planned evil action and stripped of everything, or it's just been, you know, really unfortunate in terms of natural events or catastrophes or even planned catastrophes, whatever the case, humans, not mankind, because there's a difference between the real humans and mankind, which is also a story for another day. But the real humans who were fiddled with down and have now mostly a 2-strand DNA and are going back to a 12-strand DNA and higher. That's the process. That's the ascension process that we're all in. We're all moving up. We're all rising up. All of this earth realm was created for everyone. But we play the games of countries and borders. And like any game, you have to play it well. We can't have the chaos that ensues with just saying, well, we don't care about any of this and we're just going to live hard scrabble and wild and, you know, saying it's all good and do as thou wilt, which is the devil saying. That doesn't work. And that's not in alignment with what our Mother, Father, God has made it very clear that the children of God should emulate. Virtuous life, a noble life of always striving to be better, always trying to help others in the best way, not helping them in a codependent way or enabling them so you can then steal off the some of the funds that you say that you're giving to charity and really you're keeping in your own pocket. And that's why you're such a promoter of encouraging everyone to give to those charities, as we're seeing right now being exposed by Doge. There's a lot to learn and uncover, but there's so much great good. So don't be disheartened. Chin up. So much good is happening, along with a lot of, yes, I know it's a lot of painful realizations and truths right now. And I'm wishing all of you the best. God bless you and yours. I'm sending much love and big hugs to you and yours. I'll see you when I see you. And bye-bye for now.